Let's go. Welcome in. Welcome to Underground Crypto Deep Dive Research Show. And we are popping over to the crypto bubbles. How's everybody feeling? How has it been going in crypto? Let's take a look. That AIA, been over it many times, is definitely pumping. And I was looking at this just a second before we went live. Real quick, let's do the mic check. All right, mic check is good. Let's check out this chat real quick before we get too far ahead of ourselves. Plague Dogs in the house. What's up, brother? Thank you for being here. Camsta, you as well. Says ML and Melissa. Thank you for being here as well. XEL got killed. I bought the top. Oof. Well, that happens. Plague Dog says, I'm excited for this episode. I'm still thinking about Mev. I don't know why I called it Meb. Still thinking about Mev. That was our show from yesterday for anybody who's watching this later. It was a great show. Last episode was dang. Thank you for saying that. Says, what's up, folks? Everybody, welcome in. Says, I vote for Fartcoin. Who wins crypto cross-chain liquidity wars? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. For some reason, I was having a little bit of a hard time figuring out a good theme for the stream today. And this is what I came across. I thought this would be interesting to talk about. But first things first, let's talk about this AIA, Degent AI. We've talked about it several times. I mean, to be honest, it's easy to come on here and say, hey, we talked about this a bunch of times. How did you not catch those gains? But to be honest with you, I don't make a recommendation for what you should or shouldn't buy, because this is a deep dive crypto research show where we do research. And who would have known that this coin was going to do something? It's been around for a minute. And yeah, this is just a daily chart here from $1.60 to $8.30. Big pumper. But what can I say? One thing I was a little bit baffled at, and maybe somebody in the chat, like, am I losing my mind? How is Filecoin at $2.10.21? Wasn't Filecoin at like $6 yesterday? Am I losing my mind here? Did they do something to Filecoin? Did they like let 50% of the supply out or something like that? Because I swear this thing was literally $6 the other day. That one guy in the house, what's up? Somebody let Blues guy know that we are alive. I don't know what happened. I meant to talk to him the other morning, and then I forgot, and then I guess he forgot too. So we got to get together on that flare. Maybe we'll do that later. Shout out to everybody rolling in. Smash that like button if you would for me, please. And let's move right along. Anyways, does anybody know what I'm talking about when it comes to Filecoin? I feel like I'm losing my mind, because I swear we looked at Filecoin. It was pumping. It was up to $6 yesterday. Somebody tell me I'm not crazy. We'll be here, but not very active in the chat with some clients. Okay, understandable. Handle your business. Mixing up File and ICP, Plague Dogs. Yeah, you're right. You absolutely are right. Yeah. Okay, well, that makes sense. I can't remember what I bought Filecoin at, but I'm really glad to see it pumping. Okay. Man, I can't believe I did that, but it happens. Let's check out the hourly. And on the hour, Decred getting a little pump. Dash with the biggest pump here. Zcash up to 561. It's really all that's going on for the hour. We got Tezos actually doing something, which is, man, should have bought all the old coins, right? Filecoin pumping today. What? I feel like it's like a big joke on everybody in crypto, right? They were like, oh, we're going to give you guys the altcoin pump, but we're going to pump all the really old coins that you got out of like 5 years ago. Hilarious. I bought File at $80 once. Yeah, it's been a while since it's been that high. I think it topped out at like 187, I want to say. Blues guy in the house was wondering where you were. So he says, hola, happy Thursday. Dig, dive, happy underground. Glad to see you, buddy. Yeah, glad to see you as well, for sure. Blessings and love, always and forever. It's like a story you wouldn't tell in AA. It's hilarious. Around the same time ICP was trading for $200. Yeah, I mean, all of that stuff was way up. It happens to me. The market likes screw people over, says most. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is how it goes. The least expected thing is, look at these trending up here. You'll see when we come to do our price now breakdown, you'll see what is trending in categories. And apparently zoo-themed stuff is trending today. That's very weird. We'll see what we find. So Bitcoin, it was just 101. Now it's 100,999. So let's call it 101. 101,000 for Bitcoin. Are we glad that it's holding? Are we glad that it's holding 100,000? Do we wish it would pump already? Of course, no doubt about that. Are we getting like a little bit of a double bottom? Are we getting the Adam and Eve? Too early to tell. Bitcoin. Woo, Blues guy says these pumps out of nowhere. Where was I? Yeah, exactly. Crypto Zoo, the next big thing. Camsta, isn't that the coin that like Jake Paul or Logan Paul? I always get them mixed up. I don't remember which one of them was which, but one of them like rug pulled everybody on some project he was supposed to build. So Coffee Villa approves this message. Okay. AIA, yeah, the biggest pumper really for the day. We'll get to that. All right, where were we? Bitcoin at 101,000 basically. Ethereum 3,288. I don't know why I said it weird like that. Still down 12.9% in the last 7 days. Hate that. XRP $2.20, also down 9.1% in the last 7 days. BNB $947, down 11.7% in the last 7 days. Solana $154.96, so call it $155, down 15.2% in the last 7 days. I'm not going to do that for every single one of them. Tron 28 cents, Dogecoin 16 cents, and down 11% in the last 7 days. Cardano 53 cents. Hyperliquid $38.67. Chainlink $14.64. XLM 26 cents. SWI $1.96, slipping under $2. Man, I hate to see that. Down 13.3% in the last 7 days. And of course, HBAR at 16 cents and Avalanche at $16.13. Says, hey, see people tuning in. Yep, we got a pretty awesome community here. Thank you. And Camsta says crime is now legal. I don't know about that, but this is the Wild West of crypto. So who knows? What's legal and not legal in crypto is very blurred, and you have to remember that crypto is across the entire globe. So it kind of matters to what jurisdiction you're falling into, right? Well, look at that pump for Filecoin. I don't know. I want to say I bought most of my Filecoin around like $3 to between $3 and $4. So even with the pump, it still hurts. Still hurts a little bit. 50% in the last 7 days. Degent AI up 454% in the last 7 days. That thing's been cooking. And notice, think about how crazy it is. Everything's been so down, and altcoins are having random little pumps and stuff. It's crazy. Welcome in, everybody. Prime Minister in the house says, yo, good morning, bro. What are we aping today, teacher? We're going to find out. Never financial advice, Prime Minister. Shh. What's up, Underground and Underground Familia, says Garden Warrior, all the way from New Zealand. Thank you. Everybody put where you're from, because I know where most of you guys are from, but there's a few of you I don't remember where you're from. So throw down where you are from so I can see that in the chat, and we'll read through it. Anyways, today we got Filecoin, Zcash. What is Zcash? At like $550. Degent AI, $7.68. ICP on the radar, up 123%. That's one of those ones that's I hope they run that thing up. I really do, because I have some, of course. Discord link is pinned in the chat. Blues guy telling everybody to subscribe, and press the like button. but gently, very gently, because you know you want to use that like button again and again and again. You don't want to wear it out, but definitely hit it gently. I gave coffee up, been a year. I was a heavy coffee drinker. I literally just chugged some coffee an hour ago because I was getting sleepy. I ate some food and I was like, man, I'm gonna not have energy to do the show. And then somehow I hit that stream button and the energy just comes flowing on in. Crypto Maniac in the house. What's up, brother? Thank you for being here. You gotta pump these numbers up. Yep, those are rookie numbers. I don't know what he's talking about. Ain't nothing rookie about our numbers around here. Okay, I already read that one. Man, this chat is rolling. Thank you, everybody, for keeping that chat moving. Brings people to the stream. So, Sapien is one I haven't talked about in a while. And we're just going to go over what's trending, then we'll come back and actually look at everything. And then we have this Sudeng, which is not the original one, right? This is Hippo, like ticker Hippo, the other Mood. So, you have Sudeng. Like copying Moodang. Moodang been around for forever. Where is Orhan? He could tell us all about that. Isn't that from Thailand? I think that's where it's from. So Arweave, Near Protocol, some old ones. Yep, Fet doing numbers. It's funny. I'm realizing as I read these that a lot of the coins that I hold are older coins. Obviously, I have newer coins too, but a lot of the older ones that I hold, like Fet. I could use some pump there. Polkadot, not a fan of Polkadot. I have to say it every time. 24 on the Fear and Greed Index. So we're still just, even though we're hanging out, right? So we had that hard dump, had a little bit of consolidate, and then another hard dump, and that's kind of where we are, bounced, and kind of came back down to those levels, making that like Adam and Eve. And so, yeah. We are just kind of hanging out here, and the Fear and Greed Index really shows that, right? It didn't go down drastically, but it's just ticked down. I think it was at 27 yesterday, if my memory serves me well. It says, yo, Blues Guy, how you doing, fam? Stream Energy, love that, love that. Let me know how the music is. I switched it to lo-fi house, so maybe we'll get the best of both worlds, but of course, I can't hear the music. So if it starts playing something really lame, just type change the music. Change the music. Let's see. Japan. Cali boy. Good old California. That is what's up. Did I miss the part where everybody put where they were from? Yep. Plague Dog says Believe Land, Ohio. Sarasota, Florida here. Says hola, ¿cómo estás? I don't speak Spanish. ¿Cómo estás? I can't actually speak Spanish, but yeah, so I butchered that. Said I have to get rich first before I die. Well, I think you got to get on the train with all of us, because I think we're all like-minded in that opinion. So what's trending today? We got Lena, ZK Sync, Momentum, Kite AI, Chain Opera, Co-AI. Is that thing back from the dead? It's chilling at $1. It's pretty low. It was once at $42, like, I don't know, a month ago. So it is down a lot. Intuition, we talked about yesterday, looked really weird. I wasn't a big fan of it personally. Monad, so many projects we've been talking about for days and days. Momentum, Kite AI, Monad. Not Intuition. We just talked about it the first time yesterday. Any other new names around here? I realized that the last stream or two streams, I don't know if we ever really got to the top gainers, top losers. I can't remember. So Lightlink, we did the founding founders segment of the day on Lightlink yesterday. It was very interesting. We did the one on Monad the day before. Then we have Canton Network, which was very interesting. Cappy Bobo, I talked about how I have been farming that airdrop on Telegram. It is a Telegram game, and of course, a Telegram game is the easiest airdrop to farm, for sure. Then I see Belong, which I don't know, ticker Long. That'll be the new one for the day, so let's go ahead and hop into that. Where we at? Blues Guy, who speaks 5 languages, although he lives in Canada, and is French, he speaks 5 languages. So shout out to Blues Guy for just being smart like that. Cam still says, I think it's so addicted. I think I'm just so, I just read whatever I wanted to read. He says, I think I'm just so addicted that I don't even realize how much I'm swifting. What does that say? Swilling down all the time. Free coffee at work doesn't have. Oh, okay. How much he's drinking coffee all the time. Says Underground, I'll give you courses. I'll take them. I probably would too if my job had an ever flowing coffee. Man, I wish Underground crypto offices had always flowing coffee and I didn't have to pay for it. Perfecto. That means perfect. I know that. I don't know what the rest of what he said means. They got secrets in the chat. They're speaking in other languages. Says, I don't put sugar in mine, just a creamer. I'm way too bougie when it comes to coffee. I don't like black coffee. Belong. As I tell Orhan, I don't like coffee. That's why I drink espresso. He seems to think that's funny. I don't even get what's weird about it. Anyways, Belong is a platform that connects real-world locations and digital services with the blockchain. How's everybody feeling about their crypto IQ tonight? Do you know what this project is? I don't. I think it just came out, but what do I know? Let's hit the chart. Oh, it's on the 1 minute chart. I see a bunch of I see a bunch of candles and I'm like, oh no, this thing's been around for a while. Yeah, that's because it defaulted to the 1 minute chart. Pop that baby on the 1 hour and it says today. It came out today. I should have known that because it doesn't even look like there's 24 hours worth of candles with a low at about 5 cents and a high when it first dropped at about 7, a high 7 cents, almost 8 cents. But what the heck is this thing? Real world, on-chain, tokenized, and AI-powered event properties and engagement campaigns. What does that even mean? Maybe I just read it too fast, didn't process. So real-world location, distribute on-chain bounties for offline activities. That sounds technical. Generate digital key and NFT tickets. I wanted to read NFL tickets so bad, but that is not what it says. Innovate raffles and community management with AI. Should we manage our community with their AI? I don't know. Maybe we should. Only crypto IQ raisin. Just saying hey to blues, no secrets. I don't know. If it was secrets, would you tell me? Because I think that would ruin it about secrets. Blues guy, do you speak Japanese? He might. I don't know. He said, I don't. Let's learn. Belong together. Yep, exactly. We all belong. Deep diving this coin belong. They have a web app, so hopefully this kicks us into some Web3, and hopefully it's far more exciting than their Web 2 version. And they want to QR code us. Welcome to Belong, the Web3 social network for private communities. That seems like an oxymoron a little bit. So you're going to have a social network that's private. So like, can anybody even see me? What's the point of being like on a social media if it's like private? Then we could just hang out in the Discord, which is somewhat private. Speaking of the Discord, it's in the pinned comments if you're just hopping in. Yeah, for 10 years, says Prime Minister. Yep, gotta put the work in, bro. Exactly, with some Japanese characters that I don't know what they mean. So this seems interesting. I'm not gonna pretend like I really have a good idea what this is yet because I don't. Belong transforms any access point, whether physical or digital, into programmable tokens, empowering brands, communities, users, and developers. So to innovate engagement with on-chain incentives, to manage tokenized memberships. Okay. It's like I get it, but I don't get it. To discover rewards through gamified location-based tasks. To build AI-powered DePIN, decentralized infrastructure dApps, which are decentralized applications. Belong transform any access point, whether physical or digital, into programmable tokens, empowering. So you use these tokens that you get for communities and brands. I mean, that makes sense, but like, how is it unique? I feel like you could do that with a lot of different things, right? You can have AI raffles. That sounds fun. We should have AI raffles. Smart space access with DePIN. Content gating, so we can gatekeep now. Bounty market. This seems cool to me. I don't really get the point of it. So are you supposed to use, because I see they have an app store, Maybe you're supposed to use their app to basically build your own community on it, kind of like Discord, but has a bunch of features, right? Whoa, how did I make it do that? I don't know how I made it do that. That was cool. Engagement. So let's go to engagement, right? So belong check-in creates the first on-chain affiliate network for physical venues, transforming the 580 to 750 billion venue marketing opportunity for venues and promoters. Shout out to the promoters. Pay online for real customers in real life. So this is really interesting. Sounds like they're basically a big marketing thing and you pay them money and they put you out in front of people. But the real question is, do they really have the ability to get you in front of real people? I guess that's the multi-million-dollar question here. Let's take a look at their X and see how much attention they have, because they're basically selling you attention, right? Hilarious in the chat. All right, let's move along. I have 12 notifications. 12 notifications about what? I don't know what those were about. All right, moving on. 55.9 thousand followers with 6.9 thousand on their pin post, which was 14 hours ago. So in 14 hours, they can get about 7,000 impressions. I mean, that really works out in ratio. I mean, it's more than 10%, right? Which is, I noticed that on average, most people get about 10%. Oh, this is reposted, not pinned. Reposted. I'm like, do they have their own posts? This one got 18,000. Their own posts seem to get better traction. 14,000. They don't have a pinned post. It says tokenized events, AI engagement, and the first performance-based affiliate networks for venues. So if you were putting on events or, wanted to do like an AI raffle or something, then I guess this would do well. All right, so we spent some time on that. Belong. And now it belongs in the past. 3.9 million in its market cap. And it is hot off the press, right? It is a brand new coin. So now let's at least tease what it's all about today. Today, we are going to be talking about cross-chain liquidity. Under the guise of like cross-chain liquidity wars, right? Because there is a lot of competition to be the one who controls the liquidity. So what is cross-chain liquidity? Every blockchain is an island with its own economy, community, and liquidity pools. The problem, these islands don't naturally talk to each other. Moving value between them has historically been clunky, slow, and risky. The cross-chain liquidity war is the race to break down those walls. So it's not just liquidity itself, but also innovation and interoperability. So the ability to break down those walls between the different ecosystems is going to be big money for whoever really does it well. To create a unified liquidity layer across all ecosystem, whoever cracks this will essentially own the infrastructure layer of Web3, the rails every future app and protocol runs on. So sounds like high stakes to me. And so when you say what is cross-chain liquidity, I hope you have an answer now that we went over it. So let's go look at the top gainers, top losers. And again, we are going back to that. That was just a little tease of today's info. Instead of holding it off for like a whole hour, I'm on cooperate with me. Top gainers, top losers, right? So of course, Degent AI, saw that one coming, up 384% even still now. Spring Staked Sui. Why, that sounds so interesting. Spring Staked Sui. I just like the sound of it. I don't even know what it means. Max chart says October 31st, 2024. So just a little over a year ago, right? 87.8 million, and its market cap with an infinite max supply. Circulating supply is tiny though, right? Circulating supply only 8.2 million. That's pretty tiny in my book. It's at $8.18, but this thing, I don't know what it is yet, but it could send just off of the tokenomics, that's for sure. So liquidity staking token. Okay. So it's got a sweet contract, which makes a lot of sense. How much AP, why are they really giving out here? APR is only 1.8. People aren't going to get out of their positions and like flock over to this for less than 2% APY or APR, sorry. Okay. See, that was the big catalyst for me. I wanted them to have like a sustainably high APR that would make people want to run over here and stake, right? But I don't see that. I don't see that at all. Powered by Suiland, which we've been over before. All right, not a whole lot to report here, right? You can swap in and stake. That's basically the whole premise of it. It is financial. It is infrastructure on the Sui blockchain, and it's up. The tokenomics are good. It's 8.2 million. What's going to come out with the circulating supply? That's why I don't really love the max supply idea of being infinite, because I really have no relation to how much the circulating supply is. It's only been around for like a year, but at some point are they going to dump like another 8 million? Is the market, they don't have a max supply. I hope you understand what I'm saying when it comes to the tokenomics here. Weird Filecoin ripped. Yeah, Crypto Maniac, but I'm happy about it because I hold some. And I'm probably still underwater. Sudang. It's like a Sui. Instead of Mudang, it's like a Sui version of it. Sui. So far off the bat, in the top 3 gainers of the day, I see 2 of them are Sui projects. Does that tell us that Sui's maybe heating up? El Cheeto says, I'm late. My bad. No worries, brother. You are only a tiny bit late, right? Don't even worry about it. 89.8 million in market cap. Got 10 billion max supply, 10 billion circulating supply. So it's fully vested. Looks like a meme coin. Oh my goodness, it is a meme coin. Who would have thought? And it says zoo themed, right? Sui meme, zoo themed. Is this coin the reason why? Oh, I've been blocked. Immediately blocked. Do not even cross go kind of blocked. Yeah, it says Sui is a sleeper chain. Absolutely believe that. I like Sui a lot. I remember using and being involved in Sui's testnet. Thought I might get a little airdrop, but that never happened. Again, like with airdrops, if you know somebody who got a bunch of money from airdrops and stuff, just know that they've spent countless hours doing stuff that never gave them anything. So be happy for them, right? Don't be jealous. Just a hippo ruling the Sui waters. I love that Sui is all about water. I think it's very interesting if you think about, liquidity. So 319.3 thousand followers. How long has this thing even been around? It makes me wonder. Okay, so a while. October 1st, 2024. So like a year. And okay, good for it. So it's been around a while. 6,586 posts in a year. That's pretty good. I see projects that have been around multiple years that have about that much. And of course, it is a meme, so what would you expect except for community and great artwork, right? I mean, it's probably generating these with AI pretty easily, right? It would be very easy to generate these all day, every day, and post them. Yeah. Oh well, it's very interesting. It's a meme. You don't get too crazy about it, right? Let's see. Dang, I've been blocked again. Second try, still blocked. So it must be from some kind of country that doesn't like American users, that's for sure. Probably some kind of legal thing. What did I have to close that for? Let's open that back up. All right, I'm forever closing the tabs that I need, right? What do we got? It says, yes, water, liquidity, age of Aquarius. Oh, yeah, golden age. Yep, Blues guy knows what's going on. It's not your bad. You're right on time. Exactly. You're right where you need to be, El Cheeto. At all times, there's no other way. You're always right where you're supposed to be. That's one school of thought, right? We're just throwing it out there. That's philosophics for you. Sapien. Haven't heard about that in a while. Talking April 20th, 2025 today with the monumental pump for this project, right? Like, its current high before that was like 32 cents. And this thing, well, here, I'll just go down here versus trying to grab that top there. Where are we at? Okay, so all-time high is 53 cents. So it's pretty good. And obviously it is pulled back if we look at, like, you know, the 24-hour. See that it went all the way up here to 53 cents, and then it has since pulled back. Put it back to the max chart, right? Looks like we've got 250 million in circulating supply with a billion max supply. Base token. Let's pull it up here in just a second. Artificial intelligence, infrastructure, and governance. What are we talking about? Powering AI with human data. Sounds ominous. However I'm supposed to say that. Sapien is a decentralized data foundry, turning collective human knowledge into enterprise-grade AI training. I remember going over this thing. I don't remember when it was, though. Yeah, because look, this is what's weird about this project, right? It's all cool. You got, like, this, whatever these shark fins are. You got ZooX, whatever that is, Toyota, and then just World Economic Forum. United Nations, actually, but what's the difference? The United Nations? That's one hell of a partner to have. Okay. Do with that information as you will. Trusted by leading enterprise. Yeah, apparently. So, different by design, high quality, vertically specialized training, data, enterprise, scale, collecting all of your information, feeding it to the United Nations. 1.9 million in global contributors to 110 plus countries with 188.1 million tasks completed. I remember this part of their website because I was like, I don't know what to do with this. Speak to our experts. No, thank you. Join the global network. Also, no, thank you. 3D and 4D data annotations and data collection. Still no thank you. Curated data sets ready to train, expert reasoning, image, video, audio, 3D, 4D text. That sounds pretty interesting, and you can kind of come into them. So it says high access resolution 3D, 4D data sets captured from LiDAR, radar, and camera sensors, ideal for robotics and autonomous systems. We provide annotated, I don't know why that word failed me. I said it earlier. Annotated data for motion capture, object handling, terrain navigation, and more to help your models understand, interact in physical world. So I very much understand why Toyota would be involved in this. When you think about, you know, self-driving cars and all of that kind of jazz, makes a lot of sense why you would need that kind of stuff. Why Sapien? Why is it pumping? Why now? I don't know. Quality powered by people. I think you get the idea here. Got a model in mind? We've got the data. So AI training, very useful for, you know, autonomous type stuff, whether it's cars or robots or whatever, using LiDAR and different, you know, things, and then AI to monitor and make real-time decisions, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. And did we see how many followers they had yet? 145.7. I don't know where I just make stuff up. 1,000 followers. Not too shabby. Pin post is only 8 hours ago with 15,000 impressions. All right. It's less than 10%, but whatever. Excited. Oh, here we go. Is this why it's trending today, right? Is this why it's a top gainer? Because of airdrops? Binance holders, get ready. The airdrop page will be available on Binance airdrop portal in 24 hours. So somebody was telling us, they're probably in the chat, was telling us that when it comes to the airdrops on Binance, you better be refreshing that page constantly, because if you don't get it right away, you ain't going to get nothing. And unfortunately, I'm not smart enough. Well, I am, but I'm just saying, like, I don't do it. So obviously, I'm not smart enough to do it when I should be doing it, and that is getting airdrops on Binance. Sounds like Western world stuff. Yep, you got it, Melissa. I'm not getting sold on the UN partnership. Yeah, don't get too excited about it, right? Pretty sure the United Nations will act like they're partnered with anybody. Bro, but it's global. Join it. LOL. Exactly. No, thank you. Folks. Let me talk to you, folks. Actually, that's just the name of the project. We just skip Filecoin, because who doesn't know what Filecoin is, right? This thing came out today. I have zero clue what it is. It's sitting at $4.33, which tells me it has a decently low circulating supply, 12.7 million. Max supply only 50 million. I like that. That's small. Not as small as Bitcoin, but it's small. It's on Avalanche. Looks like maybe that's where it's native, and it is also a bunch of other places. Wow. Talk about interoperability. They're on Algorand, which you don't see a lot, right? I don't see a lot of projects with Algorand contract addresses. They're on Say. Love to see that. BNB, of course, the standard base blockchain. Polygon. ZK EVM. Zero knowledge. If you know, you know. Arbitrum 1 and Ethereum. This thing is on a bunch of different chains. Let's go to Folk Finance and figure out what they are. But first, we got to look at the categories. DeFi, decentralized finance, lending and borrowing protocols. And it's got that alpha spotlight, Binance alpha spotlight, that is kind of reassurance, right? Backing them up. So 123.5 thousand followers for Folks Finance. It is the finance for the folks. Folks, how would you say it? I don't know. Lend, borrow, stake, and trade across blockchain with unified liquidity, backed by these people right here. Folks is officially here. 42,000 impressions in 14 hours. I like that. So every day in crypto, it is like the launch for some coin. And today it's Folks Finance. Lend, borrow, stake, trade. You know what's really interesting is today's topic is about cross-chain liquidity, right? This thing is all over different chains, leading cross-chain DeFi about lending, borrowing, staking, and trading. That would be cross-chain liquidity, unified liquidity. So this project fits right into the narrative of what we are talking about today, right? So we're right on the nose. They have 1.2 thousand members in their community. That, I guess that'd be the more exclusive, more people, you know, actually hyper focused on the project. Not a whole lot to report here. The folks airdrop checker page is almost live, so not yet. Soon you'll be able to check folks allocation. Stay tuned. I don't know how you were supposed to get the airdrop, but yeah, maybe you could have gotten it. I want an airdrop where they just give it away to whoever comes to the page, right? Never that. Moving along, let's see, what else do we got? Dusk. We didn't have today as many projects in the trending to go over that we haven't gone over. So we got to spend a little bit more time here on what the top gainer, top loser. Plague Dog says he's number 1, but the chat says he's number 2. So you're just going to have to keep chatting. Everybody can fight over that number 1 spot. Right now, Melissa's got the number 1 spot. And moving on. So 7 cents for Dusk, right? July 6, 2019, 38.7 million in its market cap. Why is it pumping today? And look at that little pump compared to the rest of its chart. Pretty insignificant, really. But it took off back to, okay, so that was 7 cents, 7.5 cents. So we're up. It's got a monthly high here and a 3-month high, but not a yearly high. Within the year, it was up to 32 cents at one point. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We have 500 million in circulating supply with a billion tokens, so it is 50% vested. Ethereum contract and a BNB Smart Chain contract, Binance Smart Chain. There you go, Plague Dogs. You understand how it's supposed to go. I'm going to get it, LOL, eventually. Mel must have a big head start. Hey, you get here right before we kick off and get some comments, and it helps greatly for that #1 spot. So Dusk Network, regulated and decentralized finance. Reject cookies. I don't want none of their cookies. They probably taste terrible. Business, institutions, and users. So businesses, institutions, and users, probably in that order. Well, institutions probably be first. Anyways, our mission is to unlock economic inclusion by bringing institutional level assets to anyone's wallet. Dusk has the only privacy first technology to bring classic finance to real world assets on chain. I mean, it's a winning idea in my opinion. If you extrapolate that out over time and you're not just hyper focused on the next 2 weeks or something. Privacy first, I think that's a big deal. And then institutional level assets. I mean, you can imagine what institutional level assets are, bringing them to classic finance and real world assets on chain. So the whole narrative of real world assets and bringing everything on chain that is not on chain already. Institution centric landscape. So this is not really for the little guys, but they want you guys to buy some of these institutional assets because they'll take your money, gladly. Issuers only have access to fragmented liquidity. Institutions must retain custody of users' assets to ensure legitimate and compliant service transaction. Classic users cannot access and compose all services. Crypto users do not have access to assets-backed tokens. User-centric landscape, and I need to hit that drink. Brought to you by today's show by Zevia. Not sponsored. Had to show it to you because otherwise you'll think I'm drinking, Bud Light on the stream or something, and that has multiple problems with that. I have multiple issues with you thinking I'm drinking Bud Light on the stream, because I wouldn't drink Bud Light. Issuers are exposed to global consolidated liquidity. Okay, so you get it. They're solving problems between, the regular users in the world of institutions. Institutions are usually made up of a bunch of custodied assets of everyday people, right? Usually wealthy everyday people, but everyday people nonetheless in what we consider traditional finance. The real question is what's their Twitter looking like? 69.1 thousand followers. Okay. Pin post 13 hours ago, 10K impressions, well over 10%. I like that. That's all we really needed to see there. Moving on. Yeah. Blues guy, he's capturing the moment. You guys are all #1 in my book. Actually, he says in his heart. So, exactly. You're all #1 to me, that's for sure. Plague Dogs, he says, where are you from? Let him know, even though you did post it earlier. Orhan says he's ready to get started on that deep dive of Or for us. So, if you see Orhan, ask him about Or. We got Avinci. Very interesting. Algo. Oasis Rose. We've been over Rose before. Lifers have been trading Rose a long time ago, from my memory. Metis. Pepe Coin. And not Pepe, but Pepe Coin, right? They're not the same thing. I thought it was funny. They have a category on here. Let's see if I can duplicate this out. What is it called? It's called, dang, I gotta go categories. It's called like bros or something like that. What is the category? Of course it changed on me. The boys. The boys club. Thought this was a hilarious category. Like when I say that, CoinGecko really has some of the craziest categories. The Boys Club coins is what it calls Pepe. See how you have Pepe, but then you have Pepe Coin, ticker PEPE, and this one's just PEP. Then, of course, you're talking about Brett. You're talking about Pepe Coin, which is also like Pepe Coin, but different in the ticker. Then you have Pepeon Tron, Landwolf, Andeon ETH, Purple Pepe, Pepe Fork, Pepe Unchained, PP, Wall Street Pepe, Based Pepe. So, kind of like, pick your flavor. Which Pepe do you like? Do you like Pepe 2.0? Do you like Brett on ETH, or do you just like normal Brett, that's just also on ETH because it's a layer 2 of ETH, but it's actually on base blockchain? No Toshi? We don't have no Toshi in here. He's not cool enough. Landwolf. Didn't we? And here's Landwolf again. And here's Landwolf again. So, which will the real Landwolf please stand up? Ape and Pepe. Ape and Pepe, not Ape into Pepe. We've seen this thing rolling for a while. I think it's very interesting that it has like a polygon. Is that Polygon? Pretty sure it's Polygon. Could be wrong. Wow, they really made Pepe look wild. He looked like a cross between Yoda and Frankenstein and Pepe. It's a trifecta effect. All right, anyways, I just wanted to show you that crazy category I came across earlier. I almost did a whole show on it. It would have been hilarious. We'll see how that goes. Anyways, back to the top gainers, top losers before I absolutely lose all of you guys. Arweave. Don't need to go over Arweave. You should know what that is. Avinci. I don't know what Avinci is. $36.6 million in its market cap, with 12.9 in its max supply, circulating supply 12.8, so almost 100% vested out here. Max chart says it is up 396%, call it 400%, and October 18th, 2025, so it is a newer token. I hold Base Pepe and Brett on base, ETH Hasha. I don't think that's what it's supposed to say, but it was fun to try to say it, Garden Warrior. Yeah, that's awesome. I think I hold Brett. I held Pepe, the original Pepe. I ran like, I don't know, $350 up to like a little over like $2.5 grand, and like I took my little $2,500, and I don't even remember what I did with it. I put it in something else. No idea. And then I had like $35 worth of Pepe that I had bought on a different exchange. I bought it on Bitmart. Shout out to Bitmart. Link in the description. Support your boy. If you don't have a Bitmart account, maybe get one. The link's in the description. That's all the shilling of that I'm going to do. So, yeah, that $35 turned into like $200, and then I flipped it into something else. I think it was XRT that I flipped it into, that XRP Turbo. Cooking with gas. I hope that thing moves one day. We'll see. Anyways, bank. I like how they got bank in their contract address. Do you get to pick your contract address, or is it like randomly generated? Anybody know? Where's my chat at? Everybody falling off. Thursday night. Everybody going to sleep. Avinci.money. Hold crypto, get cash. There's so many of these that I just don't even know which one to even use, because it's like option overload. We need like a good 90% of these projects to fail and go away just to make it simple. With your crypto Visa, simply hands you credit line with matching spending power. Is that good? I actually really love the idea of that. So you're telling me that I could keep my crypto and then just get a credit line on the crypto. But see, like, here's where I don't understand how that works, right? So let's say at the top of the market, I pull a credit line and I spend all of it. So like, say, you know, I got $200,000, and I'm not saying I have that, guys, but I'm just saying if I did have $200,000 worth of crypto, and I'm not saying I don't have that, but if I had that and then I went and I got a line of credit and I went and I bought something, say I went and I put $170,000 down with my line of credit on like a property or something like that, and then I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, a year later, bottom of the bear market, my $200,000 is worth $30,000. What are they going to do if I already spent the money? What are they going to do? Take my 30 grand as collateral? I don't know. See, that's where it gets weird to me because crypto moves up and down so much, right? Create multiple cards for different categories, sub, grocery, travel. Very interesting. So you could allocate money for things very specifically. Vinci. Also, like, I assume in order to use your crypto as collateral that you have to lock up stuff with them. And then what happens when they, like, fail? You know, you thought you were doing well because you had a line of credit on your money and it was locked up with them. And then you realize Vinci is not, like, a really good company. And they go bankrupt. And then they take your money and you don't have the line of credit or your money. Things to think about. It's like here as an American stuff, I'd feel more comfortable doing that with somebody like Coinbase because Coinbase's huge, but nobody is too big to fail, if you know what I mean. And that's only been around since October 18th, 2025. You have Allo. We could go over every single one of these. I don't really feel like doing that. Quack AI. I think I hold Duck AI. So shout out to Duck AI. I hope it does good. MemeX Finance. Man, I haven't heard about MemeX since Avantis took off, right? MemeX was the decentralized exchange that really started the whole craze, right? Anybody remember MemeX? Let's click on it and look at its chart just for the heck of it. Look at that thing. Look at that head and shoulders pattern. And that measured move of that head and shoulders would have been so spot on. So spot on to that low right there. Anyways, the crazy part is even with all of this dumpage, right? I mean, you're talking about it ran up to $17.38. It's sitting at $2.44, and it's still up 2,425%, a 24x essentially. Still. Now, again, buying any of these tokens on the low is really hard to do. I mean, it was low for a long time. Like, really a lot of months here. But would you have known to buy it? Like, think about this. Like, there is coins right now that look like this. This flat line that you could be buying. That could be pumping in the next couple of months. A lot of them are not going to, though. And how do you know which one is going to do it? You don't. So let's see what Garden Warrior says. It must be a short-term credit facility, like you say, price could go down and make collateral worthless. Yeah, exactly. Or maybe they constantly like upgrade, or they constantly update like your credit line. Like your credit line changes depending on what your crypto's worth. That sounds like a headache and a half. Made 2,000% win on my MemeX, even though it was scam pumps. Well, I'm glad you made some money though. A couple of exchanges I use have similar sort of setups with collateralized loans. Yeah, I know they're out there. I just don't know what the ins and outs are if you kind of have like a line of credit for a long period of time. Bubble Maps called them out big time. You mean like the V2 Bubble Maps? Either way, or they called them out for like scam pumping. Yeah, who knows? I was never in MemeX. Huma Finance, another finance. Now we're getting into the smaller stuff. Just want to look at it. Pocket Network, Dash, Chillin, Zcash, Syndicate, Basic Attention Token, or BAT. Such a weird token. Basic Attention Token is a very strange token. And what do we have? Jelly my jelly out here. Down another 53.7%. Let's take a look at that chart because I just find this so interesting. Twice actually, yeah, V2 bubble map. Yep, exactly. I'm glad you know about that. That is a good place to look at stuff when you're looking at the legitimacy and who holds what in a token. So let's view this in the term of market cap. You can change from price to market cap over here. And let's see, this thing had that really weird run up Yeah, look at this. 419.5 million. Call it 420 million in market cap. And then just straight crashed. I don't know why we're looking at it on. And I mean, that was. It lost 50% like pretty much immediately. I mean, you're not talking very long. So that was November 4th. You were down by the 5th. You were down over 50%. And then by the 6th, you were down another, over 50%. Remember when I said that I wouldn't invest in this coin personally until I saw that they actually had some technology, right? And remember when it pumped and I said, seems to me like somebody's pumping this thing to get everybody running into it, right? To get retail to run into it, and then they're going to dump it on their heads. Well, I tell you, that statement aged well. Never tell anybody what to do with their money or their finances, but this aged well because it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. And still, no beta, no real anything. I'll pull the website up again. I just kind of did it so fast I didn't say anything. The website sucks. Absolutely sucks. See the little phone? You might think that's cool, man. I could pull that off of Canva and make this. I could make this little setup that they have going in here in like 30 seconds with some random clips, right? Super, super easy. They have nothing here to show for anything. They don't even have a Twitter. There's not even a Twitter like linked that I can find anywhere. They don't even have social medias done well. I'm talking smack. I'll probably find it somewhere. All they have is a wait list. I don't know. I'm not impressed. So, official Dapper. I haven't seen that name before. Dex Screener or CoinGecko, best to find small cap projects? ? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. You can find small cap projects all over the place, like literally all over the place. Dex Screener, of course, really, really small stuff. CoinGecko has their own CoinGecko terminal, which is like Dex Screener, but for very small coins. It'll come up sometimes when I click on it. I don't know how to make it come up all the time. But anyways, it's just like Dex Screener, but it's CoinGecko, right? Finding small coins is one thing, but I assume you mean like good small coins, right? So we do deep dive and research to try to distinguish between what is a good project and what is not a good project. So if you're new here, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and stick around. There's a link to the Discord that's pinned in the chat. It's also in the description. And yeah, really stick around. If this is, I feel like I've seen the name before, but I could be wrong. So yeah, hang out here and maybe you'll pick up on some of the sauce. I would say that CoinGecko is better for finding small cap gems. But I say that because they really kind of filter out some of the absolute junk. When you say like a small cap project, you really have to think about in terms of market cap, right? Are you looking for things that are under $1 million in market cap with huge, high risk, high reward potential? Are you looking for something that's a little bit less risk? That you would find the really low stuff on Dex Screener or CoinGecko Terminal. Where you would find stuff that's maybe more like 5 to 10 million or higher on CoinGecko, right? It's Camsta's bedtime. He says, gotta go, guys. Night. Hey, have a good night. Thanks for the deep dives. Appreciate it. And the channel. Hey, I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you being here. And subscribe. Stick around. Join the Discord. We have an amazing crypto family in the Discord. Very active. People all over the world. And there's always somebody in the Discord who will answer your questions. Fire pool. I don't even know what this is. It just sounds cool. And later, Kamsa, thanks for being here. Thanks for always participating and being supportive. I appreciate you big time. Launch, mine, fire. Okay. Launch and then mine and then also fire. Welcome to Fire Pool. This doesn't really look like it has a lot to show for anything. Move along. Moving along. So let's jump to the topic of the day, right? Because I have a feeling there's quite a bit to unpack here. So we're going to read the one paragraph again because who knows, somebody wasn't here, right? What is cross-chain liquidity? And more importantly, what are the cross-chain liquidity wars? Who are their allies? And who's going to win? Well, I would say that it's probably multifaceted and multipolar of the world. And there will be more than one winner depending on, you know, kind of what digital territory they occupy. I don't know how to put this into any more, you know, war-like terms. So we'll put that to rest. Every blockchain is an island with its own community, with every economy. Let's just start over. Every blockchain is an island with its own economy, community, and I've already read this once, and liquidity pool. The problem, the islands don't naturally talk to each other. Moving value between them has been historically clunky, slow, and risky. Sounds like moving money around the globe, even now, today. And especially before crypto. So the cross-chain liquidity war is the race to break down those walls, to create a unified liquidity layer across all ecosystems. That's basically the definition of interoperability. A word that you will hear used a lot in crypto, but also on this channel when deep diving. Whoever cracks this will essentially own the infrastructure layer of Web3. These rails, every future app, the rails that every future app and protocol runs on. You would think that I hadn't read that like 4 times, but I have. So why liquidity fragmentation is a problem? Well, right now, billions in crypto liquidity are trapped on individual chains. They're not free to roam and move in between different ecosystems. Ethereum, Solana, Arbitrum, Avalanche, Base, etc. You get the point. DeFi yields are spread thin. A trader might find 10% APY on one chain, but nothing on another. Developers can't tap into the full potential of global liquidity. Every app fights for attention in its own sandbox. Think of it like a medieval trade before ships. Each kingdom has its own gold, but no trade routes. Cross-chain liquidity is its own shipping route of DeFi, and whoever builds the best ports wins. That's actually a really good way to say it. Whoever builds the best ports wins, right? Ports like shipping ports, not like ports in your computer that you plug your Ethernet cord into, not those ports. Bridges, messaging, and Omnichain. So bridges move tokens between chains, usually by wrapping assets. Think wrapped ETH on Polygon. So messaging layers send instructions and proofs between chains, like LayerZero or Axelar, which lets smart contracts talk across ecosystems. Omnichain protocols enable native cross-chain logic and unified liquidity. Thorchain swap tokens without wrapping. The Circle's CCTP, Circle would be the company behind USDC. Oh, they literally say that next. Lets USDC move seamlessly. So that was an example of a bridge, an example of a messaging layer, and an example of an omni-chain protocol. Hopefully you're following along, taking notes. I know that one guy has a pen in his hand right now. He's scribbling super fast. The next phase isn't just about moving assets. It's about making liquidity universal wherever you are in crypto. So leading projects in the liquidity war, LayerZero. It's funny because this project comes up a lot in the what's trending and top gainers. But I feel like because it's called LayerZero, it kind of gets swept under the rug because a lot of people don't know what LayerZero is, right? What's a layer 0? What's a layer 1? What's a layer 2? What's a layer 3? What's a layer 4? We have deep dives on all of these topics. Yes, there are live streams. Yes, we have fun, and you will see things in those videos that are relevant to the day that it was live. But if you have any sense, you can skip along into the meat of the topic. If you go back to those lives and you skip to about 45 minutes to an hour in for most of them, you will get the deep dive of what each one of those are. I should probably put those in a playlist. That would make a lot of sense. So here are the top contenders fighting for dominance. You have LayerZero, the most popular messaging layer right now. It powers many new airdrop narratives. You got Axelar, focused on universal interchain routing, letting dApps go cross-chain by default. Wormhole combines messaging and liquidity routing, heavily integrated across Solana, Ethereum, and Base. Thorchain, which I'm sure you've heard about, a decentralized liquidity network that enables native swaps, no wrapping, no intermediaries, no third party, right? Synapse, Li.fi, D-Bridges are middleware platforms that power multi-chain swaps under the hood of popular wallets and aggregators. Then you have Circle CCTP, which moves USDC natively across chains, eliminating wrapped versions entirely. That's why you don't see a lot of wrapped versions of USDC. So we've had this conversation before, but it's worth bringing up because it has a lot to do with this interoperability, right? You have bridges. Most people have at least heard of a bridge. Most people have never used one, though, right? Because it takes a little bit of, it takes a little bit of courage to use a bridge. It really does. And some time to figure it out, too. They're getting better about building them, wallet abstraction, building them into wallets and stuff, making it a lot easier to do. Before, you had to just go to like a totally separate website and you had no idea if they were legitimate. But most bridges are a third party that are moving your funds from one chain to another, right? Then you have what's called atomic swaps. Atomic swaps are when two chains have the ability to speak the same language, programming language that is, and they move the funds without a third person. And so atomic swaps would be much better to use than a bridge. The problem with that is you have to use a bridge when the two blockchains don't have the ability to communicate with each other because they use different coding languages. I hope that helps somebody. Each of these is building a part of the plumbing that will connect the future of Web3. So when you hear LayerZero too, it's like layer 1 already happened because layer 1 is Ethereum and Bitcoin. They're the original. And it's almost like they went backwards and they're like, wait. We need to connect these together. And then LayerZero was actually born. So you could say that interoperability, the working together of blockchains, really lives in LayerZero. It's one way to put it, right? So risk and trade-off. Cross-chain infrastructure is powerful, but it's dangerous. They're saying this, all right? ChatGPT says it's dangerous. I'm not saying it's dangerous. We've seen bridge hacks. So one thing you do have to keep in mind, bridges are the biggest vulnerability in crypto, the most money that's ever been hacked legitimately. Understand that most things that people call hacks are phishing. People fished information out of them. They got them to somehow willingly give up that information. Like if you get a text that says Coinbase is having a problem or there's a transaction, it's like call this number now. Coinbase will never give you a number to call via text message. They just don't do that, right? You would go to the app or something like that, and you would email them. There would be some kind of legitimate line of communicating to them. They wouldn't just have you call some random number that they texted to you from some random number that doesn't show up as Coinbase at all, right? But my point here is that most things in crypto are actually phishing expeditions where they got you to give up the information on your own free will. Actual hacks don't happen near as often as the word is used, but bridge hacks are hacks of the third party involved in it, and that's where most money has been lost. Anyways, draining billions from like Ronin. Ronin got hit really hard. Nomad and Horizon. Are we talking about Zen? I didn't know Zen got caught up in some bridge hacks. It makes a lot of sense, though. Anyways, the main risk includes smart contracts or validator exploits, centralizations of guardians, the approve transfer, latency and inconsistency gas fees across system, Economic security fragmentation, where one chain's weakness becomes another chain's vulnerability. And we just talked about MEV and MEV attacks and MEV protection a lot yesterday. So I hope you understand this does somewhat tie in. So the holy grail of trust minimized, permissionless, verifiable systems that pass messages between any chain. So where is it going? Where it's going is in the sit down mode as we transfer the stream. One moment, please. Don't worry, I will change the camera so that you can see me. Probably have to update the capture. Yep, for sure. Or wait, is it already good? Oh, it's already good. Just takes a second, that's all. Gotta have some patience. All right, so where is it going? So we're entering the intent-based era. I think intent-based is one way to put it. Account abstraction is maybe another way to put it. We've covered projects from like Anoma, which are all about the intent-based. And then we've covered a lot about wallet and chain abstraction, right? And that abstraction in crypto means to hide the complexity of crypto away from the user so they don't see all the moving parts and get overwhelmed, right? You don't want them to get overwhelmed. People have low attention. They get scared, they leave, and they never come back. So we're entering that intent-based era. And you won't have to pick a chain or bridge or route. You'll just say, swap my ETH for SOL, and then send it as USDC. That literally is exactly what intent is all about. To say swap my ETH for SOL and then send it as USDC, and the protocols, the AI, whatever it is, figures out how to do that, and then it does it on your behalf. And the system, powered by smart routing and chain abstraction, we just said that, will handle the rest automatically. This is where wallet UX again, UX is just about making it easier for the user. It's kind of the same thing as abstraction, but I guess they were using wallet UX as a term, or just UX as a term in general, before this chain abstraction thing was really a big deal. So this is where wallet UX merges with DeFi infrastructure. Cross-chain becomes invisible, right? The user just acts and the liquidity just flows. Why this matters for your crypto IQ. To understand crypto deeply, you need to understand how liquidity moves. It's not just about coins, it's about capital flow, market efficiency, and the ability for money to find its best opportunities instantly. Cross-chain liquidity is the foundation for DeFi 2.0. It affects token price discovery, it drives yield optimization, and it enables seamless user experience across ecosystems. The project solving this problem will fuel the next bull run because they unlock liquidity that is currently frozen, connecting isolated capital into one global borderless network. And that's kind of the end of the notes here, guys. But type a 111 in the chat if you feel like you learned something. I thought it gave a pretty good breakdown. Shout out to ChatGPT for putting that together for us. But did you understand it? Do you get it? Because this is really merging a lot of different things that we've gone over, right? Bringing them all together here and painting you a little bit of a different picture. Gotta drink the water before Blues Guy yells at me to drink water. Appreciate you, Blues Guy. So we will pop back into, and I see a bunch of 111s. Shout out to you guys for participating. Love it when people participate. Of course, there's always a few people who aren't going to be able. Maybe they're driving or something like that. You never know. They're working. Who knows what time Orhan gets off? I don't know. So what coin... Here, let's let the chat decide. For our founding founders, segment of the day. What project should we look at? And don't pick like Ethereum or Bitcoin. All right, guys. We've been over that. We know who the founding founders of those coins are. Even XRP. Like, pick a coin that you might be interested in. The first project that two different people say is the one we're gonna do. Or if you just don't even care about that segment, I guess just don't even say anything, right? And shout out to our people of the day. Looks like Melis is number 1 still. Garden Warrior is number 2. Plague Dogs number 4, and Camsta number 3. Plague Dogs, you can move up here because Camsta already left. He already left, right? So he ain't gonna be commenting no more. Anybody have a project that they want me to do the founding deep dive on? Blues Guy, you still here? I hope Blues Guy is ready for his health question of the day. That is a segment we do as well, where we ask Blues Guy a health related question for the day. I've got one in mind. I can't tell him too early because he'll just start posting it before we're ready. All right. Not getting any answer out here from the field, so we're just going to go ahead and look at whatever we want to look at. He says you've covered so many, trying to think. Yeah, I'm talking. Garden Warrior, we're doing a founders segment where we go into the founding founders of a coin, and so far we've done Monad and we've done this Light Link. Both of them were really good. And, you know, I don't know how much everybody values it, but when we do them, man, we find out how qualified a lot of these people are. All right, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and pick for us. I'm going to go over Momentum. It's a newer project. Let's see, 7-day chart. Looks the same. It's really only been around since the 5th, since yesterday. The token was generated yesterday. It has 101.2 million in its market cap. Let's see who we have for founders, though. And it's they're not doxed, maybe. Chef Win. I don't think we're going to be able to find a lot of information about this person. They have an X account. Maybe we're going to have to do our own deep dive and digging. Light Link was interesting for sure. Yeah, that one was really good. I really enjoyed them. Maybe it's more for me than anybody else, but you know, kind of builds a lot of confidence maybe in different projects. When you know the people and how many years they've been involved in different stuff and different projects they've built, makes a big deal. It says, it's Chef Win here, and I'm the founder of Momentum, previously called MSafe. As an ex-meta educated engineer, we always thought of everything in the scale of billions. Security, SOP, are just on different levels, from smart contract deployment to NPM package management. That's the only standard we know, and we don't compromise. So right here we're learning that the founder is an ex-Meta, used to work for Meta, educated engineer. So the way that they ran things over there, obviously high volume and a lot of people, right? Literally billions of people. When we launched MSafe, it was the first multi-sig solution in the entire Move ecosystem back in 2022. I believe Move is the coding language that they use, right? Multi-sig is mostly used by teams to manage their treasuries. Makes sense. Like, you know, if you have multiple people on a bank account and you need multiple signatures to make something happen. There you go. It's been an incredible launch, but this is just the beginning. See, I don't know if I love when places aren't doxed. People aren't doxed, I should say. Teams are not doxed is even better. And I don't know how I feel about that, right? Because Chef Win is not a real person in my book. That is just a character, and it puts a bad taste in my mouth. Then we have this person, right? And they seem to actually be doxed, and they seem to actually be a real person. I don't use LinkedIn, so I don't have no account on LinkedIn, right? So we are going to have to go to ChatGPT. Is a high up person in the management of a crypto project called Momentum. Please give me all the information about this person, accolades and things, projects they've been affiliated with, in or out of crypto that you can find. I immediately forgot what their position was. That's hilarious. They're the CSO. All right. Let's see what it can dig up. See what they can find. One strike, in my opinion. I mean, and I get it. There's so many crypto people who have suddenly just been found not with us anymore. So I could understand if you got a big stake in something and a lot of money. You might want to hide out from your competition, from just scavengers who want to come take what you got. There's that. There is that. But at the same time, it's hard for me to have a lot of confidence in a project when I don't know who it is. All right, this had enough time to think as we go. So here's a consolidated source back profile on Vinso Leo. Blues guy said he had to step away for a minute. No worries, man. No worries. So who is the current role? The senior exec at Momentum. Listed publicly as the CSO or the CXO, depending on the source. Location, Dubai. So this is based out of Dubai, Asia Pacific Network. Active on LinkedIn, posting Momentum updates. Project, Momentum Finance, a next-gen DEX on Sui. Move ecosystem, focused on concentrated liquidity and a broader financial operating system vision. Recently, write-ups highlights its VE3 automated market maker model and Sui's native scaling. Team pages list Low as the CSO. Okay, we've been over that. So, recent transaction community offering on BuildPad claims 16 billion cumulated volume and 500 million total value locked around October 10, 2025. It's a decent amount of money. Parista, blockchain, head of growth, chief. So this is other roles that he had, right? Head of growth, chief ecosystem officer from 2021 to 2024, 3 years. Conference talk clips and executive bios place him in growth leadership. Data AI or Data Network, formerly known as Merlin. That's interesting. Co-founder in 2024. So he worked on Merlin. Merlin is like a fork or a Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin project. If it's the same Merlin, right? Whatever this charge ASAP, crowdfunding. So he's been involved in a lot of different projects here. So founder, co-founder of consumer electronic brand. Profile as leading Australian, this is another Australian crowdfunding expert with claims of 10 million plus raised across multiple campaigns. CRT Labs, Crypto Roundtable, haven't heard that in a while. Founder of a private Web3 community, Venture Studios, appears across several profile aggregators, advisor and mentor roles for probably many other places. Pendulum, Avarta. Occasional tech starts, mentor mentions. So he's been active, right? He's been active across many different many different ecosystems, many different projects. That's what I meant to say. University of South Wales. Commerce. That's his education. Let's see. Notes and caution. Several details come from self-authorized bios or aggregator sites. For any high stake verified directly with the organization or via, so they're saying they're pulling information from other places. He could have wrote any of those articles that they pulled himself or something. So heed with caution. Don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything on the internet. People will tell you, as they tell you all the stuff that they read on the internet, that they believe. Gotta love that. And that was our founding founders of the day. I'm glad that Blues Guy is back here. The health question, or the health, ask Blues Guy something healthy. I like that. Ask Blues Guy something healthy is going to be the name of this segment that we're going to do here. And I want Blues Guy to talk about the benefits of wearing copper. And you can put that in any context you want, Blues Guy. The benefits of wearing copper, like as a bracelet, as a necklace, how you would do it, all of that kind of stuff. Feel free even, and I'm not doing it on purpose, but I know that I'm asking you because I know that you have a little business where you make that kind of stuff. I know you're passionate about the natural and healing effects and stuff of that. And feel free to give us a quick little rundown of how that works. And also, if you want to drop a link to your website or something, feel free. This was not pre-planned. I just thought you were the person to ask, and I like doing this little segment, right? When we have people that come to the community all the time, you might get your own segment. I got a segment for Orhan, but he always gets off of work like right about the time that we get going here. Maybe right about now-ish he gets off work. So I'm never sure if he's going to be here. So I don't know how that one will go. Garden Warrior could get his own segment, which would be like, tell us something that you're growing today. Tell us something, Garden Warrior, that's doing well in your garden today. I think you were saying you were just getting started for like spring gardening. I don't know the seasons in New Zealand. But Garden Warrior, if you're here, tell us what's sprouting in the garden, right? What are you working on that you're excited about in the garden? And I used to do a lot of gardening, so I find it really interesting. It's not just for conversation, but I actually am genuinely interested. And while those people get us some answers to my questions, let's talk about narratives, right? What categories here are popping? I know privacy coins are real big, of course. But what is going to be next? Hopefully anybody hears the words that I'm saying to them in the chat. As we roll into an hour and a half of streaming on a Thursday. We were real strong at the beginning of the stream. And viewers, and then about the hour mark it kind of dropped off, but it is what it is. All right. Had to put some crickets in the chat because that's what I'm getting. All right, at least Garden Warrior heard me. Says, yep, we are late spring now. Strawberries are going crazy at the moment. Tomatoes are in the ground. Potatoes, kumara, which is sweet potatoes, yep. All my pumpkins and melons, cucumbers are in the greenhouse. That's awesome. You know, one thing I never had a lot of success with was cucumbers. I don't know if it's, well, we have stupid hot weather here, so I don't know if that's a part of it. Never had much luck. Strawberries, how do you grow your strawberries, Garden Warrior? You gotta keep them from touching the soil, right? So you must have them in some kind of hanging something. Because whenever I did strawberries, if they were, you know, planted just in the soil, even if it was a raised box or something, wherever the strawberries touched the soil, the bugs would come up and start trying to nibble on them, which of course makes them kind of undesirable. And then as far as sweet potatoes, I used to grow sweet potatoes and I would just eat the greens from the sweet potatoes. I'd eat them raw. They just have like a very light buttery taste. And I would just snack on them all the time. Or I'd whip them up in a stir fry as well. It's the watermelon for me. I'm trying a few different swim this year. Yeah. I think you meant seeds. I'm trying a few different seeds this year. Watermelon, we do great here in Florida, but it's always a little hit or miss depending on the day, right? And I'm not sure where our blues guy is. What happened to our blues guy? Oh, I keep messing this up. So I think we did pretty good today, right? We covered our, oh man, this AIA still pumping. Jeez. Up to almost $10, $9.50 now at 484% on the day. It's the 1 hour look like. Still, it's up 21% just in the last hour. Clearly the winner. I saw a woven plastic ground cover. Oh, okay. I use a woven plastic ground cover for my strawberries. Okay. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep. They use it in a lot in nurseries and stuff. And straw under that. Yeah, it's a really good idea. I like that. I mean, watermelon is something I have luck with for years, so I'm going to try some different varieties. Did you mean I never have luck with? I never have luck with, or I ever have luck with? Either way, yeah, watermelon is absolutely delicious. And usually during watermelon season, I will just straight fast for days on nothing but watermelon. Just because I love watermelon that much. But you can't really do it except for when they're in season. Otherwise, the watermelons are just tiny. They're not very flavorful, not very good. It's a slug bait. I'm getting hammered with them. Oh, okay. Can't you just like sprinkle salt around everything so when they try to roll across it, they just die? Maybe put some peppermint oil. Spray peppermint oil all over your fruit. That'll wash off easily. Says, sorry bro, my autocorrect is going mental today. No worries, man. I appreciate you responding. And I don't know if anybody else has this problem, like on Crypto Lifers channel, when I send in a super chat, especially on my phone, it's not even autocorrect. It just messes the words up. It just messes everything up. It's crazy. Yeah, bro. I am playing around with copper as well. That's really cool. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that actually, Garden Warrior, that you were playing around with some different copper coils and stuff. I used to do a tiny bit of it when I was gardening, but I really got into it like at the end when I started getting really busy with my business. So I didn't really get to see the effect of it, right? I made some of them, I put them out there, but then I wasn't able to maintain my garden because my handyman business really just got so busy that I really wasn't able to do that anymore. Maybe one day I'll get back to gardening. Now I do this in my other business, and I'm still way too busy to be out there in the garden. And it's, I don't know, it's not winter here, but we're moving into the colder weather, which a lot of things here do not like. What sucks about growing stuff in Florida is that, 99% of the year it's warm. So everything is, mostly heat hardy stuff. But like for literally like 12 hours or 8 hours overnight once a year, or once every other year, we'll get like a really ridiculous frost, a little cold snap. And it'll kill it'll just kill everything. It'll kill trees. It'll just kill everything, right? It's really annoying. Best thing to do in Florida is to wrap everything in Christmas lights because the cold snap is usually around, December and stuff. And yeah, oh, okay, so Blue Sky did hear me. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were still here or not. So he says copper is an essential trace mineral. Absolutely. All tissues of the body need it for normal metabolic functions. Sometimes there is too much of the inorganic form in the drinking water. Exactly, if you know about inorganic minerals. Acid water flowing through pipes. Yep. It can then gradually accumulate in the body and lead to toxicity symptoms with signs of zinc deficiencies and overstimulation. Psychosis and liver damage. However, the organic form as chelates, I know what you're talking about, I know I'm not saying that right, or copper complex is excellent for reducing inflammation, strengthening connectivity tissue, restoring hair color, and oxidative energy metabolism. Says, well as fighting parasites and cancers, it may sometimes improve brain and liver function. If you give small animals a choice between drinking water and water in which a copper pipe has been immersed, they will reportedly prefer the high copper water. This helps to keep them free of parasites. Copper armbands are well known for reducing arthritis. This helps to keep them free of parasites. Copper armbands are well known to reduce arthritis. Oh, that was the same thing. Chat's moving too quick. Copper serum levels. Okay, yeah, I read that right. Copper serum levels are elevated up to the threshold above normal with inflammation, with many chronic and infectious diseases. Apparently, because the body metabolizes tissue stored of copper to fight the condition. Oh, mobilizes, I think is what it meant. Mobilizes all tissue stored copper. Okay. During remission of copper levels return back to normal. The most effective anti-inflammatory agents are copper complex. Commonly, these are related to salicylic acid. In addition, copper ascorbate has strong antiviral properties. Copper salicate? What is that? Salicylate? I don't know that one. Has better anti-inflammatory effects than cortisone, but without side effects. Man, this text is small. In addition, copper ascorbate has strong antiviral properties. Copper salicylate has a better anti-inflammatory effect than cortisone, but without the side effect. Children with severe copper deficiency constantly have convulsion seizures. Okay. Another feature of severe copper deficiency is degeneration of the natural nervous system. There are at least 6 important copper-dependent enzymes in the brain. In experiments, copper salicylate prevent chemically induced skin cancers. Furthermore, a single application resulted in a 55% reduction in experimental animal tumors in 20 weeks. All right, that was a lot of information, but we asked and Blues Guy delivered. I got to get me a copper bracelet at this point. And for a lot of people, that might have been an overload of information, but we did ask, and he did deliver. And was I right? Do you make like copper wristbands and stuff like that? Yeah, use it in the garden. Electroculture will boost your plant's growth. Yeah, we were just talking about that for sure. Like I was saying, I started to do it, but I never got to see the fruit of it because I just got way too busy. Electroculture gardening is a practice that aims to enhance plant growth and health by directing atmospheric electricity into the soil. The core idea is the plants, like human, have electric signals, and harnessing atmospheric energy increases their growing potential, resulting in taller plants, larger stalks, and greener leaves. I certainly believe it. You have your, negatively ionically charged atmosphere. I mean, that is your Tesla coils, your wireless free energy type concepts there, for sure. Got him. Says underground, I make triskelion to restructure water. Yep, electroculture rods, necklaces with crystals, bracelets. Yeah, I do all these. That's awesome. Maybe you want to drop a link for the people in the chat. If anybody is interested in any of those type of things, check out his website. Tinseringman.com. That is my website. Not hooked up for sales, but I can certainly make it for all of you. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure if anybody saw anything they liked on there, they could just message you right in the Discord and let you know. If you see something on his website that you think is cool and you want one, just message him on the Discord. And you could certainly hook that up for sale pretty easily. Copper is the bomb. I knew you were the right guy to ask. So, and why does it keep doing this? It keeps changing. I don't know why it does this. It keeps changing my default. Anybody else ever have this happen where it just continually changes your default search engine to something else? Keep changes it to Yahoo. I don't know what is causing it, but it drives me nuts. Melissa says, I'm interested. I got videos with infrared showing the powers and the copper tensor rings tech. And I wish I knew how to say that. Triskelion? Anyways, what did he say the website was? Bam, look at that. I used to make a lot of I used to do a lot of copper crystal necklaces and wiring and stuff. I got really good at it. It was a lot of fun. But then we stopped selling them. We used to sell a ton of them through my wife's other business that we don't do. We've had a lot of businesses. This is like GoDaddy. I don't know if you've ever used Wix, right? Wix is certainly a great place, right? Oh, I like this. The 1 pound copper bar. That's really cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of the... Man, I wish I had pictures of all of the wire wrap crystals I used to do. I like how you did them, like, where the crystals kind of loose in it and can move around. I never did them like that. Shout out to Blues Guy for just being a unique individual, you know, and creative and doing all kinds of cool stuff. I certainly think that is awesome. Here's the one for the plants. It's really cool. Orhan in the building. Orhan's here, so Orhan's ready for his segment of the day, the Orhan segment of the day. Orhan, tell us something about the market right now. Tell us something about the market that most people are not seeing right now, but you're locked in on. That is the Orhan does markets part of the show. I'm just going to give everybody a segment in the show. Who thinks that's funny? Who thinks it's terrifying if I give them one, right? What would El Cheeto's segment of the day be? Hello, Orhan. Welcome in. We love you, man. Thank you for being here. I like the copper glasses. Yo, that's dope. Those are kind of sick. I don't know how that would look when you wore them, but it's a really interesting idea. Triskelion, huh? Stealth quantitative easing is in. Okay, so you're saying quantitative easing, but we don't know about it? I love that. Stealth quantitative easing is in. There it is. You heard it here first. Is the one to the right is in my hand. I assume you're talking about these. The love process, those are really cool. I use the finest copper and I forge by hand 100% pure love energy. Yeah, the latest techniques of gratitude, thankfulness, and appreciation. He's on it, right? 520 hertz frequency. Orhan says, shout out to Underground Cryptos. Underground Cryptos. That's hilarious. Well done, sir. And yeah, so the Orhan Knows Markets segment is stealth quantitative easing is in. That's what he has to say. And we were just shouting out this. These copper products are all made by Blues Guy. Just wanted to shout him out. If anybody likes any of this stuff, just message him in the Discord, and I'm sure he can set everything up for you. I feel like my neck just cracked like 500 times. It was amazing. Probably not for my neck, but it felt good. Everyone else, good day, I guess. Triskeleton will keep water clean and electrify it. Use it in animals' water bowls, jacuzzis. Not financial advice, says Orhan. Cool. And we will get back to where we were, which was playing Darkstar. Today we went over liquidity wars. That sounds like something Orhan would be interested in, for sure. Says, I love YouTube policies. Yeah, for sure. Like when they thought I was an underage kid gambling online live on their platform. Because I don't even think we got in trouble for like running the gambling or whatever. I think it was because they thought I was underage. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what that was about. hate that attack. That attack gets me every time. Right? Isn't that hilarious? El Cheeto. El Cheeto still in the house? Roll call. Everybody drop a comment so I know you're still here. Did you raise your crypto IQ today? Did you learn anything new, or did you already know about all of this liquidity in isolated ecosystems? I thought it was good because it kind of brought together all of the different things we've been talking about recently, from MEV attacks to chain abstraction. It brought together a lot of different stuff, I felt like. Says Garden Warrior, you need copper and avoid steel in your garden. Steel steals minerals from plants. Because steel is made from iron, right? Copper brings it back. That's why they moved away from copper gardening tools. Very interesting. And I think it was Dr. Sebi who talked a lot about copper being, or not copper, sorry, iron being like a thing that draws other minerals to it, especially in the body. Shout out to the burdock root. And yes, that's very off topic from crypto. You're the first underage kid with a full-grown beard and mustache that streams deep dives. Yeah, exactly, Melissa, exactly. It's so funny because when I disputed it, they gave it back. They gave the show, you know, back to my channel, like in like 3 minutes. They're like, yeah, we messed up. Dr. Sebi is one of my mentors, bro. Yeah, Dr. Sebi, he definitely knew a lot. He had the proof. A lot of people don't even know who Dr. Sebi is, probably, but one of the most notable things about Dr. Sebi is that he was the only person to be taken to court by the government for making claims about curing cancer, things that they consider uncurable, and he beat them in court. And you know you have to prove something beyond the shadow of a doubt to beat the government in court. And he did. I don't think a lot of people grasp how big that is, right? Like, that's huge. If he beat them in court that he could cure cancers, that means they know the cures for cancers, right? If they didn't, I think it was the FDA who took him to court. If they wanted to know what the cures for cancers was, they could have just asked him. But they didn't do that. Think about that. Not that I think anybody would be shocked or surprised to hear about that, because, I think most people have very little faith in the medical field and government, especially if you're in crypto. That means you're out here. You're not just believing the status quo that is just given to you, right? You're hopefully more of a thinker, self-thinker. Never know nowadays. Some people bandwagon their way into crypto, but most of us who stay in crypto for long periods of time, who care about deep diving and researching crypto, definitely are a little bit more open to new ideas, right? Can I beat this giant beetle? I don't know. always make the circle so small on this little beetle. Yo, Prime Minister, are you here? You want to play some tanks? Anybody else want to get in on that action? Orhan, you know you want to play some tanks. I forget the name of it every time too. Bang bang. Yep, burdock is the only plant on the planet that has 102 minerals out of 102. Blues guy, you ever do Eziac tea? I like Eziac tea, and I like the protocol with it. It's got a lot of that stuff, and then you give it a slight fermentation, you know, for the gut. Oh, so good, so good. I honestly don't even mind the taste of it. Blues guy says, what is it called? Let's bring it up. Doom, doom, doom. It is Panzer Dogs, Panzer dogs.io. Play.panzerdogs.io. Leave it up here for a minute. I gotta collect my daily rewards. And really gotta make it so you guys can hear the sound. Wait, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Here we go. Let's go to sound. Let's go to volume mixers and change it. I never can remember which one it is. The cable in or the cable input. I think it's cable in. Here, I'll know in like 2 seconds, huh? Alright, got some rewards. Tomorrow I get the big reward. Let's see if we can invite Mr. Foreigner JP. Let's check the chat, see if he heard me. Yeah, Blues guy says Dr. CB cured everybody with fasting and CMOS. Pretty much. He had some, he did have some pretty specific procedures for different things. But for the most part, that was the basic foundation. Anybody who wants to hop on in, this is play.panzer.io. I don't think that Prime Minister is here anymore. So that opens up a spot. Looks like we can only do teams of 3. Anybody who wants to get in on this. And I like how we do our segments, we do our crypto IQ raising, we go over what's trending. I felt like we moved through it really fast today, which was cool. And we're 2 hours in to the stream, and now we get to hang out. You know, it's like we do our work first. Of course, at any moment, somebody has a question, somebody comes in, we can pivot and we can go right and look at whatever, right? So anybody who's out there, feel free to let me know. It says, y'all go on tank mode, I'm stuck in work. Oh, Orhan's still working, huh? Blues guy, Melis, go. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna get Prime Minister in. So Blues guy says, okay, I'm on. Here is my friend code. So request, add friend. So you could give me your username, or you could see, you could copy my username. Let's see. I will put my username in the chat. It'll make it so much easier. I don't know if you have to use the hashtag or not, but I'll put it in the chat. That way you can copy it. You don't have to like try to do it from the screen. Mela says she has a question. What's up? What's up? Feel free, shoot away. This is really the time for it. This is not just like let's play video games. I mean, it is. It's a hangout, but we got to have something fun and interactive, especially something we can all play together while we give a chance for the community to chat and ask questions and stuff. Have you talked about the Thorn ecosystem? I'm just curious. Thorn ecosystem. Did you mean ton or do you mean torn? What is torn? Am I just blanking here? Let's type it in. Oh, are you talking about Tornado Cash? No, I can't say that I've never really dived into it. I mean, it's so not allowed in the United States that I don't really want to cover a lot with Torn, because if anybody got in trouble for using it and stuff, I don't want to contribute. Yeah, she says I mean Torn. Yeah. I don't really want to contribute to anybody getting in trouble with Torn. I don't really know a lot about it. Melissa, if you know more about it, maybe you could school me. I know what Tornado Cash is. But I don't know about the ecosystem. Is there a lot of ecosystem to Torn? Also, Blues Guy, I'm on the Asia server. That seemed to help. She says, okay. I mean, do you know a lot about it, Melissa? Do you know, like, because again, you said ecosystem. I don't really know anything about the ecosystem. I know about Tornado Cash as a individual project, and I know that if you use it, it's probably going to hurt your, online presence. You might even get a knock at your door unless you're using some kind of sophisticated VPNs and stuff. I don't really know all the ins and outs because I don't use it. Blues Guy, where you at? Where you at? I'm waiting on that request, or drop me a name. I'll request you. Says last I checked, there is some. Okay. Let's see. Do they have a? Let's see. Torn ecosystem. No. Usually on CoinGecko, when there'll be like an ecosystem tag. And it's just BNB and Ethereum ecosystems, right? Not like a specific Tornado Cash ecosystem. But I don't know a ton about it. It says I don't know much about it. It was a good question, Melis, for sure. Yeah, I don't know where Blues Guy is. I thought we were gonna play around. I'm probably just being impatient. Definitely gotta up that damage. Let's see, can I beat the final boss? She says, thank you anyways. You're absolutely welcome. Blues Guy says, wait. I'm still waiting, man. I just swapped over to another game real quick. I'm waiting. Just say the word, man, and I will hop back over there and accept your request. All right, we got another question in the chat. That's very much what this time is for. Just a quick question for the chat. After deep dives and do your own research, are you all mostly spot traders or leverage traders? Everybody feel free to give them an answer. But if I was to kind of generalize in the community, I would say most people here are leverage trading in some way, shape, or form. But most of us still hold spot positions as well. I would definitely say most of us still hold spot positions as well. I don't know if Orhan, if he's holding any spot positions. He might be 100% leverage. I don't know. He also might be in 15 different leverage positions at one time. And I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I would definitely hop in there because everybody really posts what they're doing in the Discord. I can't say it enough. It's an amazing community if you kind of want to see what a lot of different people are doing. And we are new, so we're not huge. There's not thousands of people in the Discord, but sometimes that's a good thing, right? Sometimes it's quality over quantity. Yeah, says we're all spot and levy. Exactly. We diversify. There you go. Well put, Orhan. Well put. Gotta get that HP recovery bonus here. Blues guy says ready. All right, let's hop back over. I got a friend request. Bang, bang. There we go. Anybody else want to get in on this, huh? I feel like Melis said something about, or Melissa. I have like 4 different names to call you, or three different names, right? Miss Williams, Melis, and Melissa. So we'll go ahead and play around. If you want to hop in, send me a friend request. And let's go. Hopefully we don't have any trouble getting in a match. See, if we could find more stuff where, like, as a community we could play together and then I can stream it, that would be super awesome. Like, that would be pretty sick, right? And so this segment is called the Underground Crypto Hangout After Hours Party. I have to make cutscenes for stuff. I do not have cutscenes. Oh man, there's a limit. I really thought that laser had like unlimited range, but it does not. Dang. And you kind of got to shoot like where people are going and not over focus on where they are, or you'll miss like every shot. Dang. I did at one point change my gun, and I don't think I like this new gun much. Yeah. So on the next round, I'm going to back out. Blues Guy says, how did I join? Are you not in here, Blues Guy? We should be teamed up, Blues Guy. Are you not in here? I would just assumed you were in here. All right, I'll fix it. This round will be over in 49 seconds. No big deal. Dang, I'm getting whooped. Yeah, I'm definitely switching my gun back to the other gun that I was using, because it was much better. All right, 5 seconds, Blues Guy, and then we'll fix it. I thought you were in here. All right, round's over. Let's see if we can fix this. Your team. Yeah, I guess you weren't in there. I don't know what happened. So I'll go home here. So we want to team up. All right. Okay, no, I'm not trying to invite. Okay, so I invited you to play. I think you have to accept my request. Have I done the Caspa ecosystem? I have. KRC20s, right? So very much even like an ERC20, you have KRC20s. And the KRC20 ecosystem really still building out, right? And who knows if Caspa is really ever going to do anything. I mean, if you go on a really like long-term frame, maybe it's going to do something. But in the short term, I really just don't know. I'm still waiting on Blues Guy to accept my friend request. You got to go to the little people, I think at the top, go to requests, or you go to messages. It might be messages. Garden Warrior says, right now I got to drive home, team. I'll check in tomorrow. Buenas noches. All right, man. Have a good one. Asia price action got me all messed up, down $20. Blues Guy says, don't know how. You should see it pop up. Here, I'll try to trigger it again, right? You should see it pop up. I guess Prime Minister's not with us right now. Maybe he'll pop in a little bit. So it should pop up like at the top of the screen, like up here. I know it did for me the other day. Or it might be in your messages. Definitely make sure, Blues Guy, that your server is Asia. Because I'm pretty sure if we're not on the same server, you're not going to get it. And I'm going to open some packs, right? I need some better equipment here. And there's NFTs and everything you can buy for this. It looks like a lot of fun. Prime Minister was saying this game is not like play to earn as much as it's play to own. Which sounded like a pretty cool concept, right? Dang, look at that. Falling Star. We got a rare kill quip. So we can talk smack after we kill somebody. Is that what that's for? Blues Guy, did you make sure your server says Asia? Give me a yes or no. Opening some boxes here, trying to get that equipment. I just got that. I guess it probably says something different. So right next to play, it says Asia, or it says US, or it says something like that. Okay, so we did change it to Asia. I don't know if we already had it as Asia or not. So, not working. Blues Guy, why don't you try to add me? You see where it says team up, and you click the little plus, and you'll have friends pop up, and then you'll have an invite button. Here, invite me, and I'll try to accept it. Let's see if that works. Surprised nobody wants to get in on this action right now. Okay, we already did the daily rewards. Claim all rewards. Me and the Prime Minister of Japan, we had some issues with getting this game to link up at first, but then we got it linked up and we were playing. Let's see, Blues Guy, give me a yes or no if you did that yet. Did you go to team up invites and then invite me? Colby says not working. Just waiting on an answer to see if you did that yet. Says he doesn't have that. What happens when you hit play, Blues Guy? Because if you just started, you might have to do like the basic rounds first, right? Like there are some, I guess you could call it like a tutorial. Have you done the tutorial yet, Blues Guy? I would encourage you to just hit play a couple of rounds. Let me know when you played like 2 rounds, and you should be done with the tutorial at that point, and then we should be able to link up. That might be the issue. Because I know when I first downloaded it, I had to play like some kind of strange tutorial to start with. Make that pulse range a little bigger. That I definitely am a fan of. Back them up, keep them off of me. Man, we're gonna make that pulse range ginormous, huh? Whoa. Those bombs, when they explode, are moving way faster than normal. Can I beat the final boss here? Claim all 3 boxes. I don't know. Ooh. Getting frisky. Controls failing me. Failing me now. Oof. Who else dreams of the day when play to earn is legitimate and we can actually play to earn? It's like once you get a taste of play to earn, it's so hard to not wish that you could be a part of a play to earn game and make actual money, even if it's a small amount of money. Once I made like a couple $100 a day from a game during the DeFi summer of gaming, it is impossible to ever go back. And Blues Guy, let me know when you completed a couple of rounds there. Yeah, let's get that. Bang. The reward wasn't even that great, but it's about the challenge, right? It's about the challenge. Dark Star with the upgrades. Gotta collect all the stuff we made. I never know what I need and what I don't, so I just randomly do them in different orders. Hopefully I get what I need. And I can't believe there was a really fun game that I really like to play. Of course, it's going to mess up what you guys are looking at for just a second here. Give me a second. Not found. Dang. Yep. I messed everything up, huh? When I tried to move everything over. I tried to move everything over to my my other hard drive, your external hard drive, and I think I messed up a lot of games on my computer. So now I'm gonna have to go back through and redo that. Mela says, have a blessed night, everyone. You as well. Are we running too late here? I do apologize if that's the case. Thank you for being here. I hope you learned something. And tomorrow's Friday, so we might do a nice 4 or 5 hour stream tomorrow with some gaming. Maybe I'll start a little earlier. We'll see. All right. Yep, have a great night. Thank you for being here and supporting the community as always. It means a lot to me. I don't have a wallet linked, Blues Guy. Personally, I don't have a wallet linked. I could link. Oh, I can't link a wallet because they want you to use like a SWI wallet, right? And I don't have one. I don't think I have a SWI wallet. I must have a SWI wallet somewhere, but yeah. Yeah, you know what, Blues guy, I didn't have these team up buttons before either. Maybe we can hop in the Discord after the stream, Blues guy, and you could screen share. It's just a button you click that'll let me see your screen, and then maybe we could figure it out together. So it would be dope to get a little 3v3 team going on. I bet if El Cheeto was here, he would hop into it. And what I should do is post my friend code in the Discord. I'll put it in the social media for members. I'll put it there. And I got to put what it is, or nobody will have any idea what it is. Bang. All right, so that's posted in the social media. If anybody at a later date, at least I can refer to it easily there. Huh. What is most posted in here? Chainlink, Lighter excited to partner with Chainlink. That's very interesting. I see that Melissa's been posting a lot over here. Monad ecosystem overview. That looks really cool. Flare made easy. Horizon. I think you guys are posting in the wrong spot, everybody. The social media for members is for us to connect with different social medias and stuff. A lot of this should have been posted in the main hangout. It's no big deal at all. But if we could try to stay a little more organized, it's appreciated for sure. Do we still have some music running? Yeah, we do. We do still have it running. So I'm going to try to invite once again. What did it say? One win. Man, neck is killing me. Got to get to that Cairo. What is even happening? Yeah, I don't know. We can figure it out, Blues guy, in the Discord later. I think I need to reload the whole thing now. I messed it up. Maybe try reloading the website even. Either way, no sweat, no sweat. Again, this is kind of the wind down hangout part of the night as we roll into 2.5 hours live. I feel the market strain a little bit. I feel people kind of copping out. I see that the retention and stuff is so much lower, right? When the markets are down and people feel like they're unsure about crypto, they're not excited about crypto, they're not going to be as excited about raising their crypto IQ. In my opinion, that means we have an opportunity to gain an edge, to gain an advantage, to learn more. When they're not learning, we're still learning, right? And we're gaining an advantage at that point. Orhan says, blessed night. A lot of tension for sure, says Official Dapper. Yeah, there's a lot of tension out there, you know? And that's why it's good to play some DeFi gaming at the end of the day a little bit. You know, wind down. Release some of that cortisol. Release some of that stress. Maybe you were love trading today and you just need to reset a little bit. Come to the Discord. See who's active. Have some good conversations. It helps. It really does. I think somebody stole my kill. There you are. Got to get used to this, like, shooting in front of where people actually are. Dang, I should have got that kill. Found you. And you dead. I always think it's crazy when I see my teammates, like, be low on health, and then they go right past. They go right past the health box and don't pick it up. Are you trying to lose? Go grab that health. Bang, bang. Self-preservation. Oh, he says, let's play. I got it. Team up just appeared. Okay. This has 15 seconds left on it. I'm coming. Bang, bang. All right, let's do it. You probably had to play another round or something, right, Blues guy? Or you refreshed it. Maybe that's what it was. Oh, I got top dog. Let's go, let's go. All right, let me go back so we can link up. Let's go, let's go. I'm excited about this. No, home. Let's go. Shout out to the Prime Minister of Japan for putting us on to this. All right, so now I invited you. The real Mr. J in the house. Or am I mixing people up? Mr. J, do you play Panzer Dogs? Why am I mixing? I think I'm mixing up Mr. J and the Prime Minister of Japan. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Alright, let's go. We should have an easier time matching since we already have like an extra person already built in. Yep, 2 out of 6. After this round, though, I do have to take a leak. But we'll run this next round. I like that the rounds are not crazy long. They're like, what, like 3 minutes or something? DD Sam. Let's go. Bang. I don't even know what this does. So when you chill in the grass, it kind of like hides you a little bit. So people can't see you. Oof. Got him. Put some hits on him. Got him. Crushing. Yo, hit that health. Good job. Good job. Oh, he was hiding in that grass, huh? He was waiting. Got a hit. Oh, we got him. Health up. I'm like, do we have any other health? I don't think so. What does this do? The lightning? Is that just speed? Oh. I got the entire team chasing me down here. Oof. Hitting them. Got one down. Let's go, let's go. This is fun. Oof, got one. Was close. Need that health. And we got the win. Mr. J says, I'm just tuning in to watch the stream from the start. Need my daily dose of IQ. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us. We definitely did our due diligence, and we had a good crypto IQ raising stream for you to watch. I don't think he can hear us because he started over. All right, I'm going to take a leak real quick and let's play another round. All right, I'm back. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, bro, we killing it. We so good. Yeah, exactly. Love it when we get to beat up on some people. Who knows? They could be bots. They could be real people. We don't know. But either way, we crushing them, right? I like that the map changes a lot, right? We don't have to play the same map all the time. I think that's cool. Why'd I move my... So there's not as much grass to hide in. First blood. Gotta get this aiming down though. My aiming not be the best. Dang, they got me. Well, you get respawn, no worries. Sometimes I don't know how I'm missing them. They're crushing us. Do you only get like so many lives or something? Got one. Got another one. Got another one. We got 15 seconds. We're tied. I don't want to give him the tiebreaker here. Oh my goodness, I had him too. We lost. That might be the first time I've ever lost. They definitely, that one guy, he had really good, you know, tank parts and stuff. Better than I had. So does it just drop us into the next one? I haven't even been looking to see how the gameplay's been. But ever since I did some messing with some settings, it's been a lot smoother. So hopefully it stays smooth. I got it pulled up in 2 different places here. It's hard for me to watch it while we're playing. Oh man, this guy had long range stuff, huh? another one. Got another one. Keep it cooking. Oh, he got me with that hide in the grass stuff. Let me get that health. Oh, hit him with the rocket too. Got him. Yeah, 7-2. 2 games, I'm out. So what are you out? Bro, I'm not in again. 2 games, I'm out. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. Let me make sure I back up and go home. Yeah, we're not teamed up. Shooting that invite to you though, while I open up some more boxes. Oh, I must have messed it up. You must be in a round or something. Or I already sent it. I don't know. Check it out. Check it out. Let's go to the garage, see what we got going on here. Let's go to edit. So that's the basic standard turret. Scatter turret, burst turret. This is the nimble turret. I just don't like how little damage that one does. It's kind of annoying. Oh, we got red. I don't know if I like red. I like blue. Not that best options yet. I need more. Need more options. Oh, and you're not in the game? Maybe refresh it. Here, I'll refresh. This game is in beta, right? So this game is still pretty new. They're going to have some problems. They're going to have some issues. There we go. I'm going to hit you with the invite. All right, you're joined. It says that you're ready. Okay. So we're ready. Let's roll. What a great into a great stream. Really surprised nobody else wanted to hop into this, but we'll have to find a different game that's more exciting, right? All right, somebody bet in the chat. Are we gonna win or are we gonna lose? Back to back, double kill. Got another one. Trying to chill here on this health. Got another one. that kill. I'm trying to leave that kill for you. Cooking. Sometimes I swear it just be missing for like no reason. Yeah, like that one hit right on target, and then they still want to act like I was missing. We win 9-2. Man, we crushed them. And I have like the most like novice stuff. I'm sure they're teaming us up against people who are newer. They're not putting us against the best of the best. I got 5 kills. That's what's up. Got 125 scrap. When you get to 1,000 scrap, Blues guy, you can go to the shop and you can open up the standard packs, and that will let you potentially get something to upgrade. Down for another round. What are the rounds? They're like 3 minutes, 4 minutes? I don't even know. Let's run it up. Oh, they're all on that side now. Dang, they cooking, huh? Bro, how am I even missing? Come on, get that kill. Back away from the health packs. That is my health pack. Yo, how is that person like auto healing? That was crazy. Come in, come in. Got him. Had to chase him way down. 8-0. Cooked him. They got cooked on that one. Let's see how many scrap parts did we get? I only got 74 scrap parts. Man. Yeah, we cooked him on that one. Wait until everybody's readied up, huh? Alright, let's run it again, run it again. Are you playing this on a computer or mobile, Blues guy? Again, totally forgot to look and see the output here. He's scared. He's scared. He running. Ooh, got him. I like to blow up all of them gas tanks in advance so that they can't use them against you later. Go here, get that. Not trying to steal everything. Oh, got him. Oh, he tried to get that health pack. Cooked him again. Oh, he says mobile. That's interesting. I haven't tried it on mobile yet. I wouldn't be able to stream it, though, probably, if we were on mobile. All right, I got one more in me. 6 kills, nice. I like that map that we just played on. That map was fun. Shout out to anybody who's still hanging in here. I appreciate you still being here. Hopefully you're at least enjoying the rounds. Got one. I'm like, are we winning or losing out here? Cooking them 9-1. Here, you need that health blues guy. Back up, get that health blues guy. Okay, whatever, we won. Let's go. Yeah, they're quick rounds too. Really quick rounds. What are they, like 3 minutes? 6 kills. Good job. Got 84 scrap that time. I got another game or two in me, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh my goodness, this AIA is up to $14 now. Oh, they about to dump that thing on all those poor people. Got one. Oh, we got another one. I don't know who got the kill, but we cooked them. Cooked another one. Cooked another one. Yo, go heal up, Blues guy, heal up. Blues guy, get some health. There you go. Ooh, I want them rockets. Ooh, I love how they don't grab the rockets that are right in front of them. If he would have grabbed them rockets, he would have cooked us. Somebody else get the rockets? I guess. There was nobody else there. Got another one. 10-0. Cooking with gas. Let's see who got top dog. Top dog. Oh, I did. Nice. Let's see. 6 kills. Nice. That brings me up to 12 wins. Got 125 scrap and a leveled up. Basic heavy turret. UG on fire. Absolutely. That was a good game. You down for one more? Let's do it. They just absolutely smashed him. We still need one more player out there. Just for anybody running through here, I never know who left and who came in, but we still need one more player. If anybody wants to hop into this. Nice. Yo, Blues guy, you need some health. Bang, bang. Ooh, 2 for 2. Bang. Bang. Oh, I hear my baby crying. She is not happy. Guarantee you it's over food. Somebody's probably eating something. Not sharing with her. She does not like that. Dude, we are just wrecking them like 10-0. Ooh. Got him again. 6, 2 assists, on fire. The secret to the game, Blues guy, is that like you gotta shoot like slightly in front of them. Like you can't shoot where they're at because everybody's moving. You gotta like shoot slightly in front of them. This is gonna be my last round, at least for right this second, at least live on stream. But man, this was a lot of fun. I think that we could look forward to playing some of these rounds. The more we can find games that we could all play, like at least 2, 3, 4 people, it'll make the end of these streams a lot of fun, because we'll get everybody hopping in. We need at least one more. I think Prime Minister of Japan would definitely join in. Here, I'm gonna blow up that thing. Might want to get away from it. All right, cool. Bang. I like opening up those pathways there. Nah. I'm getting the health. Not good. Good kill. Got him. 4-0. Got one. There we go. I guess when you don't get hit for a while, you start actually generating. Nope, taking all that health away. Oof, I was just about to take another one out. Yeah, playing nice and smooth on the stream. I love that. Love that. It is really addictive, especially when we're cooking them, right? Especially when we're absolutely wrecking the other people. All right, let's go. I think we've lost like what, one round? Okay, so this is like the laser beams, huh? Man, that guy had a lot of health. Nice, got him. Got one. Ooh, that thing actually shoots through the door. I like that. I'm getting cooked. Oh yeah, I got sandwiched between all three of them. No bueno. No more locked doors. kills farmed. Oh, health respawn. I need it. Oof. Got him. That was like a double kill. I did not get as many kills on that game, that's for sure. I kept getting hits, but I couldn't finish nobody off. Look at that. Blues guy. 6 kills, 1 death, and 4 assists. Crushed it. Ah, I'm so close to leveling up. So close to leveling up. Maybe we got to do one more. It's hard to walk away when you're that close to leveling up again. Orhan popping in. What's up? Glad to see you. 3, 2, 1. Look at Blues guy go. He's got it figured out now. I like how the grass hides you. I'm not gonna lie, that's a lot of fun. Putting spec on him. Oh, got him. Hang out, be here, farm, counting the bills that you got paid or that you have to pay. The good bills or the bad bills. Man. Got him. That was a close call. Only have 200 health left. Hit that health pocket. We got 15 seconds. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get over to that other health. If it's even worth it. Probably not worth it. Well, maybe. Bang. Now we healthed up. All right. 9-2. Says shorting ZK so hard. You mean ZK Sync? You already know we got some mad calls in the group shorting ZK so hard. A bunch of people bought it after watching the stream, so I shorted it right away. Well done, well done. Hope you made money. All right, Blues guy, I think I'm gonna hop off. Even though that was a lot of fun, I do have a couple other things I gotta get done tonight for the other business. One day I will be monetized and we can sit here and play this all day. Ooh, make sure to go to collect your loot though. Collect all your rewards. A loot box. I got a loot box, but where do I Ooh, you can upgrade, hold a dog NFT. I might have to cop me one of these dog NFTs. I wonder what they cost. Let's roll into the inventory where I have a loot box. So let's open it up. Yeah, AIA. It's been pumping Orhan as we've been live. When we first started the stream, it was only up 400% or 380, and then it just continued to pump. It was wild. Everybody have a great night, and I will catch you in the Discord. Yeah, my boy Underground Crypto. Yeah, for sure. We're going to get there. Hey, I appreciate everybody. Thanks for being here. We don't stop. We don't stop. We've been doing a stream every day. A random miss stream here and there when I got something going, but that's all right. We got to enjoy our lives. But Monday through Friday, we're locked in Monday through Friday. The weekends are bonus streams. Everybody have a good night. Stay underground. Stay crypto. And most of all, raise that crypto IQ. Crypto Ron out.